So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul J, and I'll be running the presentation before you this great evening. Now, it's no longer luxury to have more than one source of income. For those who, especially those of us who live in Nigeria, or even any other part of the world for that matter, it is no longer luxury to have additional source of income. The reason is because there's high cost of living. Things are on the rise. And if you keep earning the same amount every single day or every single month, I tell you, it's going to affect, your general expenditure, how you care for your family, what you do every single day, the choices you make on daily basis. All of these will be affected because you do not have enough money to care for the necessary things. All right. Days are gone when someone is going to tell you, I just love my job. I want to stick to my job. No, deep down, those people need something as a side hustle that's going to keep fetching them money while they keep their job. All right. If that resonates with you, if you understand what I'm saying, then you know that it's very important, especially in this kind of economy we have in Nigeria, that one, should have additional source of income, which shouldn't be seen as a luxury, or maybe as greed. It's just now a necessity. It's just like a man who, when you are single, for example, you might not see the much need to get a car if you maybe have the means, right? You might not see it that important because you feel it's not just you alone. You can just move from here to there, get things done, and all of that. So you might not be really, really worried. But when you start having a family, start making children, what happens? You see the need. It becomes a necessity. It's no longer a luxury. It's not like you're trying to show off or you're trying to prove any point to anybody. No, it becomes a necessity that you need a car that will easily convey you and your family members to wherever you need to go to, right? If you have the means to do so. So that's how it is. When it comes to the way we make money, it is no longer luxury. It's no longer greed for a person to have more than one source of income. But there's one thing we must establish this evening, right? Especially for those joining us for the first time. There is something we must establish, and that's the fact that you see, Robert Kiyosaki, for those of us who know Robert Kiyosaki, okay, in 1998 wrote a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. And in that his book, Robert did mention that if you are in the employment quadrant, that is the employee quadrant, it's called the E quadrant. If you are in the E quadrant, you are employed by someone, there is no chance whatsoever that you will become financially free. That's what Robert Kiyosaki said, and nobody has disproved him to this very date. And if you think it's not true, check around you. All the people you know, whether civil servants and all of that, go and check all the people you know who are employed, whether they are financially free. Even after working for 20 years, 30 years, whatever number of years, go and check. Even after they retire and they say they are depending on pension and all of that, go and find out how they are doing. You see, so it's just like when the Holy Book called the Bible says, the shrewd one, okay, excuse me, please, says the shrewd one sees the calamity and proceeds to conceal himself. In other words, you see the danger others are passing through, and you don't want to pass through that same danger. And so you want to look for a way to save yourself some stress tomorrow. I was sharing with some friends the other time, say, look, I don't want to do what some of our parents did in the past when it was their time, right? They went for a white-collar job, the so-called white-collar job, and they worked and worked. At the end of the day, you see them, they grow old, and yet they are depending on their children to care for them. That shouldn't be the case, right? It shouldn't be that way, right? So if a person has prepared very well when you're still healthy, when you have the strength to do things, then at your old age, or when you advance, not really old age per se, when you advanced, in age, you shouldn't still be looking for how to survive. I mean, what was the person doing for over maybe 50 years or 60 years of his life? Right? So it's really a necessity. Nobody can preach anything against this. It's a necessity now that we should have a side hustle. Now, having established that fact, because we were trying to say that Robert Kiyosaki mentioned that we should not be in the employee sector. We should not be in the self-employed sector. Some people say, okay, I don't want employment. They will go look for something on their own and start, doing. So he also mentioned that that's another danger that must be avoided. It's a trap, because you won't see anyone who has a shop, a business center, whatever it is, that eventually becomes financially free. But the person will have what it takes to live, basically the hand to mouth, the daily needs of life, but not to talk about being financially free. All right. So he said, let us never, ever be in that quadrant. If you have your time, you can also check that book out. All right. It's not like Robert has paid me to advertise, but that's just simple truth. Since 1998. Most of us are not aware of some of these things, right? So that's how one could be financially free. If you leave these two sectors, these two quadrants, the employees quadrant and the self-employed quadrant. So which quadrant should you be in? It is nothing less than the um the big business quadrant, right? The big business quadrant. That is, or in other words, any business that does not require that you have to be physically present or virtually present every time before you can make money. Any business that the money you make from it is not 100% of your personal effort. All right? Because if it is totally 100% of your personal effort, then it's not possible, because you don't have all the time in the world. You can't work enough, so you need to leverage. So if the business you're doing, if the opportunity you are into has leveraging, that is ability to leverage, okay, you make money even if you are not there, then you are at the right place, right? So what we want to share with you tonight is an opportunity that will allow you to leverage, to make money, even if you are not physically there. All right. So now let's go a little bit further. When was the last time you dreamt of your goal? Most of us, what should be driving us in life, I guess, in my opinion, is the plans and goals that we have established, the things we want to do in life, right? Our plans, our goals. Now, any human being who is alive on this planet and does not have a goal, does not have a dream, then the person is living a purposeless life. The person is living a purposeless life, a life that does not have a purpose, a direction. And that's why some people, you hear when people say somebody is a fool at 40. Okay, a fool at 40. So imagine someone is 40 years old and yet cannot boast of anything in his life. Now, that is a clear evidence that this person has never had any dream in his life, has never had any plan, any goal, or even if he had at some point in his life, he wasn't consistent in ensuring that he gets his target. So one thing that can help us change our financial status in life is if we have dreams, okay? If our big goals we set for ourselves and we are working steadily towards achieving it. Now, let's look at some of the friends already who are working very hard on daily basis because they don't want to, become so old that they will have to be totally dependent on others. So across the world, you see people of all walks of life striving hard to build something as a side hustle so that they too can make money, even if they are sleeping, even if they are not there. How would you feel if 4 years from now, 5 years from now, you don't need to worry about where the next money is going to come from because you started something 5 years ago, right? How would you feel if you have a child who is 5 years now, and 5 years later, when the child is 10 years old, you are not worried about where you're going to get money to train this child in school, to care for his schooling, to care for everything about the child. In fact, the child should already be earning something nice, even at a very young age. I remember one of the popular sayings by someone I respect so much. His name is Les Brown. Les Brown is a renowned motivational speaker. He did say that successful people are those who look for the opportunities they want, and if they can't find them, they create them. And he said, create what you want. In other words, in the words of Jim Rohn, if you've heard of Jim Rohn, another well-respected man, though late, he said, you should design your life. Design your life. The way we'll go to buy materials, okay, maybe your senator material, whatever material, and then you give to a tailor. You tell the tailor, look at the kind of design I want. That is how we should sit down and design our life and tell ourselves, this is the kind of life I want. And then progressively on daily basis, work towards the realization of that. That is a purposeful life, a life full of purpose, right? Plan, and you're working every day towards achieving it. So that's exactly what we're saying. Impossibility belongs to those who haven't tried. Or maybe they've tried, but they've not persisted, right? They've tried, but they have not persisted, because there are people like that. They try something, and after a while, they just give up. Those kind of people cannot achieve anything worthwhile. All right. I've not seen any man who is wealthy who tried something and it was finding a little bit difficult, and then he gives up and then eventually becomes wealthy. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't come in a silver platter. You have to go for what you want, right? That's it. So these are friends who have consistently worked. They are doing it, and then they are achieving their goals. On the right, you have Subhash. Okay. He's already getting about $1,000, okay, on monthly basis. Then look at myself at the middle, $4,500. Okay, I never knew it's a business that could help me in this way, but I'm also happy. We've just started. The journey just got started, right? We're just the beginning. We're looking at 5 years from now. How is it going to look like? We start, there's this Chinese proverb, you know it very well, that says the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, and the next best time is now. But those who are short-sighted, okay, who don't see into the future, who don't have the mind's eye, okay, what they do is they judge it based on the immediate results they are getting. So when they don't see results commensurate to what they were expecting, then they quit. They give up. And then tomorrow, 5 years' time, when they see others who persisted and they have, say, oh, I was part of them. I knew when I was actually doing it, but it was this person that talked me out. It was this one. It was this one. They start looking for a way to blame them, and they will still keep struggling in this same life. So if we are really tired of struggling, trying to make ends meet, I think it's time you take a look at something different. I will help you to leverage so that you don't need to stress yourself all through your life, right? In fact, in my opinion, I was say I have decided myself to retire before I clock 50. I don't know when you've decided. You have to design your life, right? You design the kind of life you want to live. So when are you going to retire? When are you going to stop working, being active with any sort of work? Because you must have created something that will give you the money you need. You don't need to be cracking your brain. Stress makes us all age faster, right? Here are some more friends too who are making it, okay? As a man thinketh, so he is. I know you agree with that. If you believe this is possible, if others are making it, I can make it as well, then it is possible for you. Les Brown, my mentor, will always say, okay, the people that are hungry are ready to do the things today others won't do, so that they will have the things tomorrow others won't have. So tomorrow, there are people who today they have a little, but tomorrow they are not there anymore. They're not going to have it. You've seen some big men, rich men, wealthy people, but before you know it, the money is gone. You say, oh, that man was once rich. What happened? So, but what if you have a way that you're going to create a system that's going to continuously give you that money? That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just about today, it's about tomorrow, right? Before you know it, 5 years is here, and I wonder where you will be financially then. Now, I was discussing with a friend today. I was telling her, I said, look, if you want to know whether you'll be financially successful with what you are currently doing, cast your mind back, okay, to about 5 years ago. Between 5 years ago and now, what have you achieved? What have you gotten that will make you so convinced, assured that with what I'm doing currently, if I continue doing this, in the next 5 years, I'm going to be financially free? If you look behind, if you evaluate the past 5 years, and you cannot boast of something that will make you proud, that will make you really happy and excited, then it means that what you're doing is not a solution to your financial freedom. 5 years is enough for you to tell whether a profession is going to make you money or not, except the person doesn't know what to do. All right, the person is just still trying to experiment with a whole lot of things for 5 good years. But if you know what you're doing in the system, and 5 years, you've not gotten anything substantial to prove that this is what is going to lead you to financial freedom, my friend, it's an obvious fact that that thing, if you continue doing it in the next 5 years, will not bring about financial freedom. It's a simple fact. We are not saying leave your job or whatever you're doing, no, but start something by the side. Start a side hustle. Before you know it, the side hustle might be paying you more than others. Now look at this man I just passed earlier. He's earned over $500,000 within less than a year from this opportunity. Can you believe that? Less than 1 year, he has gotten over what you saw there or what you are seeing is 400,000, but so far the current figure is more than $500,000. All right, look at this guy. Money shouldn't be a problem for him to have gone for this kind of car. Money is no longer a problem. All right, this same guy we talked about, this is a guy on a wheelchair. Okay, he can walk, but he didn't allow his circumstance to define him. That's one thing I love about him. We can become whatever we want to become. Look at that guy now, he's on a wheelchair. Look at his car. I think that should be Rolls Royce, right? That's what he got for himself. He didn't allow his situation to define him, but he worked steadily towards the realization of his plan, his dream. And now he's living it. Money is no longer the problem. Within less than a year, he's earning over $100,000 every single month. In less than a year. He didn't go stealing. He didn't go looting. He didn't go doing any bad thing, committing crime here and there. Nothing of that nature. He was just simply building a legit business as this. And this is what he now has. Many. And this is myself as well. With the little I'm getting, I was able to get this and many other things, all right? Many other things I've almost explained that in my previous presentations like this. I mean, Livegood has really, really transformed my life, and I'm really happy. A business of less than, I started this business January 24th. January 24th this year. Imagine in the next 2 years what's going to happen. I don't know whether in your mind's eye, are you seeing it? That if this is going to happen in less than a year for you, it means in about 5 years, I mean, it's good. So with this alone, one could judge. I can evaluate myself. I could just tell myself, say, look, with what I'm doing now, because of the result I've gotten, I am very sure that in the next 5 years, it's going to be exponential, right? And that's why I want to remain here. That's why I'm with Livegood, right? I'm still doing Livegood because it has shown that it can really help. So now let's quickly look at what this Livegood is all about. So what's it all about? Now, Livegood actually started December last year. Keep that in mind. Precisely around 13th of December 2022. Okay. So Livegood is a membership club. Just understand it that way. Now, some people mistake it for the regular or to this other, what do we call it? This other MLM companies we have, okay, multi-level marketing companies that will ask members to go sell products and all of that. No, that's not the kind of business we do. It doesn't fully explain. You can't call those companies club membership companies. No, ours is club membership company. Our focus here is on increasing the membership, right? The people who join, increasing the community, all of us growing, okay? It's a revolution. It's a new way of doing things, especially in the network marketing industry. So our focus is just to tell a friend, hey, I have something amazing that's happening here. Would you like to take a look? Members are coming in and people are earning money. So you are not expected to go about selling the product. No. Myself talking to you, I can't even remember when I've not even gone out one day with the product I'm going to sell. I only use it, right? I bought, how many times have I bought? Okay, just about twice. I bought one around, I think, February or so, or March. And now I bought another one just last month. For personal use, my wife, my mom is with me here, myself, okay, and the kids, we take the product. And maybe once this one's exhausts, okay, once it's exhausted, we'll go get another one if we want. Okay, so because of this club membership concept, where we're only focused on increasing the membership, that has made it possible for the prices of the product to come very, very low. We have amazing health supplements. We're going to show you some of them, right? So it makes it very simple, but just keep in mind, what we are saying is this is a club membership, and to be a club member, you just have to, sign up with your affiliate money and a monthly subscription of $9.95. That is what makes you a member, an active member. Your subscription, your affiliate cost, which is $40, is a one-time payment. You don't pay it twice throughout your lifetime, just once, $40. And then every month you subscribe with $9.95. Just the way you subscribe your GoTV, you subscribe your DSTV, whatever, that's how you subscribe every single month here with $9.95. Now, if you are an active member, you're going to get this product at amazing price, at prices that you won't see anywhere else on the planet. That's another amazing thing. So this is a different concept of network marketing, right? Entirely, if you think about it. Now, for those of us who just want to, you are very busy, you don't want to forget some things and all of that, it is better that if you can afford it, just pay for 1 year so that you won't have to bother yourself for 12 good months anymore paying anything. How much is that? $40 plus $100 instead of $120, because if you are paying $10 for 1 year, which is 12 months, it's going to cost you $120. But the company says if you are paying for 1 year, they are going to give you a 20% discount. So they're going to strike out the $20 and then you pay $100 plus that's your one-off $40. So you are paying a total of $140. That will keep you active for complete 1 year. Now, if you compare this with what other network marketing companies require that you do to be active and to earn, you will see that you are going to pay far more, sometimes maybe $500, $600, because you also need to include all the product they are buying to sell, okay? Because some of these companies they require their members to go about selling products and all of that. So when you calculate all of that, including their registration money, all the product they are buying, and it's so much. And one thing I must tell you this evening, I must not forget it, is the fact that this company has made things very easy for us. You see, the days of making money in network marketing by thoroughly passing through severe stress is over. Those days are over, right? Because I remember when I was part of some network marketing companies years past, I don't want to mention their names, about 3 of them, we have to literally go from place to place, selling products from state to state. Sometimes we travel out just to market this because our earnings, okay, our earnings are totally dependent on how much of the sales we have done each month. And that, to me, that's huge suffering. I don't know about you, but that's huge suffering for me, right? We've been through all of that. So what this company they've done is they said, keep it very simple. Don't complicate this matter. Okay, allow the people to rest. Okay, all they do is just increase membership. Forget about product selling. Don't worry about, there's this comp plan or structure with some other network marketing companies. They call it binary. Okay, we have to balance weak leg and strong legs. You don't need all of that here. Those dramas are all out. You don't need to worry yourself. They've kept it very simple. You don't need to be checking PV of the product. Some of these companies, what they also do is that they attach some certain points, to each of those products. Those points they attach will determine not the amount with which you bought the product that will determine how much you earn, but the PV. So sometimes you are spending much to buy the product, but the PVs will be very, very low. So it means that before you can even attain any target set by the company, you have to buy so much, you have to sell so much. But Livegood says, take all of that away. Don't talk about PV here. We don't know what is PV here. We don't know what is BV here. All right? It's very simple. We don't know what is balancing, matching, all those ones. Put this leg where, put this leg where, big leg, strong leg, weak leg. We don't know all of that here. We are not worried about product prices. We are not worried about whether people are going to buy it. The economy is biting hard on many people. So even if you take the product to some people, they will tell you we don't have the money to buy in other companies, right? Because their focus is on product sales. I was sharing that with a woman. I said, look, your product might be very nice. Okay, you have nice product. Your company might have a nice product, supplement. But you see, I am not the product type. I don't know how to go selling products. If you guys have the strength to be doing that, go ahead. I don't have the strength to be balancing weak leg and strong leg. No, put all of those dramas away. Focus on something very simple so that you just know that all you need to do is basically just to get people on board. You just know this is your one task you have, nothing more. If you know of any company that is as easy as this, you don't need to stress yourself. You don't need to sell the product. Okay, for you to earn everything that is entitled to you as you build your business, you don't need to pay anything more than $140, both your registration and everything for 1 year. You can say yes on the chat box, drop a yes on the chat box. But it's difficult to see, ladies and gentlemen, right? It's difficult to see. So we are very excited. We're really happy that we have seen something that is totally different in the entire network marketing industry. We haven't seen anything like this before. This is the first of its kind from United States, all the way from United States. They came up with something very so that you and I can make money easily in network marketing industry, right? Now, here are a few of the companies that are also into the club membership that we talked about, where people subscribe every month in order to have access to some items or whatever service or product that the company offers, okay? One of it here is the Amazon Prime. Perhaps you've heard of Amazon before. Have you heard of Amazon Prime? Now, Amazon Prime, if you're a member of Amazon Prime, you are subscribing around $15 every single month so that you can have access to all the products they have on sale at a price that you can't get anywhere else. That makes it, if that's why people are rushing. If you go to United States, A lot of people who are Prime members, they love it. They are paying. You see the millions of people who are paying that subscription money. You know why? Because it helps them to save money. Imagine that by paying the $15 only for the entire month, whatever you are buying from Amazon, you'll be getting it at a price that you can't see anywhere else. So before you know it, before you even buy two things, you've covered that $15. And so by the end of the month, you are saving so much money as against if you had gone out there to buy the same thing. This is a new way of doing things. Amazon has been doing it for many years. Then you have also the Disney Premium, where you have quality content, entertainment, okay, if you are a Disney Premium member. Costco is like Amazon Prime. They also sell items. They have a lot of things, products, different things you need on daily basis sold there. If you are a member of Costco, you are paying this monthly money, all right? You have access to all of those things at a price you can't see anywhere else. So that helps you to save money, all right? And now, it is said that $1 saved is $1 earned. If you agree, that is correct. Because if you can save $20, okay, it's as good as, you know, you are spending it and you go and earn it again. It doesn't make sense. So savings, I think it is better to save than you have to waste it and then spend your time again trying to earn it back. So that's what this kind of business idea or concept is helping people achieve. You save money. That's why if you are here with us, if you are a member and you are subscribing every month, you have access to this quality product. You are going to save so much money from hospital bills, because by the time you're on this product, I tell you, you might not know anything hospital anymore. All right? You care for yourself, care for your family without spending so much. Okay? So we have the Netflix again. You see, you know, people are paying so much when it comes to Netflix, right? Then look at the number of people who are subscribing. On Amazon Prime, that's the first one. Currently, if you look at the figure, this is old figure, right? If you look at the current figure, it's over 200 million people subscribing monthly. Netflix, over 200 million people as well. Sam's Club, over 47 million. Costco, over 123 million. Disney Premium, you see how many persons there? Over 42 million people. Imagine that. Now, of recent again, not too long ago, you remember that Meta came out, that is Mark Zuckerberg. He came out too and mentioned that they're also going into subscription. If you are using the app version of Facebook very soon, you know, you are going to be paying, you know, for $15. All right. Then if you are using the web version, whether it is Instagram, whether it is Facebook, you're going to be paying $12 every single month. That's where the world is headed now. It's called the subscription economy. And it's important we understand this concept, that this is where the world is headed. The days of having to sit in an office or have a shop and you are selling overpriced products, those days are gradually over. It's going to happen to many companies if they don't review their system of operation. We tell you, it's going to happen to many of them. Livegood is a revolution. It's changing the way things are done in the network marketing industry. Are you also aware that Twitter, they're also doing the same thing? So Livegood is the only, I am very proud to say this, it is the only membership club that pays you money. The other ones we have considered, they don't give you, they only help you to save money. Only help you to save money by reducing the cost of the things you're going to buy from them, or the cost of entertainment and whatever, right? Quality entertainment. But here in Livegood, you are not only saving money, but you will also be making money, because by that your subscription you are paying, not only will you save money when you buy the product so that you don't go to hospitals and any of those things, you will also be making money when you have some people in your metrics, all right? Either you brought them or the system gives you some of these people, because we have what we call spillovers. Spillovers are when a particular level is filled up, the remaining people registered by your uplines will spill over to someone else and become their downlines, and they will also benefit from that same person. That's why literally some people here in Livegood, even having not registered one person, some of them are earning something, you know, a little amount, however small it is, some $10. I have someone who is earning about $50 every month, at least between 30 to 50, some of them, all right, without referring a single person, all right? So when these people pay their subscription money, you have something to earn from that subscription. Amazon Prime will not pay you anything. Costco, when you pay, will not pay. You are paying even higher. Livegood is even lower when compared to almost all of them, right? But you are paying higher than those other ones, but you're not getting anything in terms of cash back. But here, and keep in mind, Livegood is going to introduce other products. So it's not just going to dwell on supplements alone. It's going to dwell on both digital product as well and other kinds of product, household product as well, right? So it's going to be patterned after Amazon, but it's going to be the main company dominating the network marketing industry. That's what Livegood is going to do, right? And very soon, some companies will begin to review in the network marketing. They will begin to review their comp plan and the way they do business. So if you really want this kind of business opportunity, then why not? Now, here are some of our products. Okay, you can see them on the screen there. But here I have some with me too, and I'm using them. Like you can see before me is the factor 4 you are seeing on the slide. All right, this is the factor 4. All right, so I use this one. I am a family this night. I'm going to take it to. You also have ultra magnesium complex. I have that one here too. So you see ultra magnesium complex. You can see it here. All right. We need magnesium. If you're a man, everybody needs magnesium, right? And then D3K2 2000. Okay, look at it on the slide too. You can see it. I'm with it here, all right? So, and many more. This is multivitamin, right? This one is the multivitamin, 24 vitamins and minerals, right? Are you seeing it? It's been on the slide. I'm still showing you the same thing, right? This is the multivitamins. All right, multivitamin, 24 vitamins and minerals contained, and so many others. Ladies, I have so many of them here. Time will fail me. So here are even more. All right, here are more of the product. Amazing. So let's now show you how you can make money from this opportunity. Let's quickly summarize now. So remember we said earlier that every human living on earth who does not have a purpose, a plan, a goal, that person will be living aimlessly and cannot achieve anything in this life. Every successful person you know are people who set plans for themselves and they work steadily toward the realization of it. So they have definite plan, all right? So if you come to Livegood and you want to make money, we also have specific plans that if you follow them the way they are, you are going to get results that will also amaze you. Okay, so let me show you, if you're a Nigerian here, I'm also showing you if you're not a non-Nigeria, you're not a Nigerian, okay, how you can make 4 figures in dollars and how you can make 7 figures if you're a Nigerian. All right, that's become a millionaire in 8 months or even less. In fact, I'm going to show you the first one, which is in 3 months. Okay, when you are hungry, they said that the rate at which you run is determined by what is chasing you. So if you are really hungry for a change, you want to liberate yourself. It's like someone who has been chained for a long time and now wants to liberate himself, okay? Then it means you might want to work with that 3 months. Even if you don't hit exactly the amount that the 3 months is going to show you, you might hit at something very good. Have you heard the saying before that you should shoot for the moon? Because if you hit and miss, you might land among the stars, right? So we believe in this concept. He who fails to plan to fail, right? In fact, even in the Holy Book, the Bible, have you not read it? That there is frustration of plan where there is no confidential talk. In other words, when you don't plan things well, you don't talk things out, you don't straighten things and define how they're going to look like, you have frustration along the line. So let's look at the first plan. This is the fastest way to become a 7-figure earner in 3 months if you're a Nigerian, or a 4-figure earner in 3 months if you are not a Nigerian, but in dollars. All right? So How does this work? Remember, our primary work here is not to sell products. We are not bothered about binary. We are not bothered about all those stresses associated with all this network marketing. We are not interested in all of that. Livegood says just keep it very simple. Forget about balancing, this, that. Just don't waste time. You lose a lot of money. Time you should use in prospecting and talking to people. You are using it to balance, do this. Wasting a whole lot of time. All right? You might have a very good product. The company might have very good product, but as long as I will have to do other things apart from just prospecting or getting people on board, you will take in my time. You are delaying the rate at which I should be getting success. So that I should be disturbing my brain thinking, where do I place this person now? Where do I do this? This one is big leg. So, I never knew this person tomorrow will become a giant Lego. If I had known, I would have placed this person here. All those time you are wasting. All right. So let's look at the fastest way to make money now. In 3 months, you become a 7-figure earner if you are really serious. Week 1, the first 1 week, you have 1 assignment. And guess what? That is probably the only assignment you have. Okay. The other assignment you have after that is just little. So the first 1 week, all you need to do is dedicate yourself to making calls. 30 people. You see, I love this concept. And what we do in Livegood is we make money by calling on people. That's all. If you develop the understanding and the habit that all I'm doing here in Livegood is just to call people. Do you know if you call 180 people, which is 30 persons each day, you'll be paying yourself at least $75 by the end of the month. Do you think it's worth it? If that's only assignment you have. Somebody just employed you and said, just be making calls. That's what you do. Okay, introduce the business to people. 30 persons every single day. You can start from 8 o'clock. People go to work in the morning. They leave very early. Even some wake up 5 o'clock. Chasing another person's dream. Going to pursue to support and grow another person's future. When will you support your own future? When will you grow your own future? Must you always have to work for someone else? When will you work for yourself? Some people leave as early as 4 a.m. They wake up, by 5 they are out of the house. They don't even get to see their children, and they are off to work. And they'll be coming back very late, very tired. The husband could be complaining, there's no food in the house. Everybody's, it's so tiring, right? It's so tiring if you think about it. So when will you actually have the time to do something for yourself, right? So what if the only thing you need to do is to get across to people on phone, learn the act of doing that. If you don't know how to do it, that's why we are here. We have training in place to help you know how to make these calls, to become a professional in network marketing, so that you can know how to make calls on a daily basis and be paying yourself every month. Do you know just for 1 week you do that, right? 1 week alone, you'll be making $75. In Nigeria, that's over 80,000 naira you have already accumulated for yourself. Meanwhile, some people who are employed in the entire 1 month, they don't even earn up to 80,000 naira. But they leave very early. They pay transport. They risk their life. So if you do that in the first 1 week, in the second week, remember in the first 1 week, all the people you are calling, all you need is just 3 persons who are serious to change their lives. You don't need all the 180 people. Just 3 who are ready to change their lives and they have the funds to sign up. That's all. All right. And we guarantee you, before you finish calling 180 and you follow them up the way you should, you will definitely get your 3. All right. Even if you don't get the 3 in that 1 week, but you have people you are following up, before you know it, you have far more than even 3. Then in the second week, the 3 will do the same thing. In the third week, because if the 3 they do the same thing, they'll have 9 total. The other 9, so it is no longer you doing it, it's the people that are coming on board. Everybody come in 3 weeks, in 1 week, get your 3, make your calls, get your 3, go and rest. You have come in, engage in the calls, okay? Call people every single day. That's the job you have. You don't have any other job in Livegood here. Nothing else. You are not ask yourself, product, nothing. Just call people. And once you're done, in 1 week, you are done. The next people come on board, you teach them the same thing, let them replicate it. And before you know it, in about 12 good That's how many months do you have in 3 months? That's about 3 months now. I mean, how many days you have in 3? That's 90 days, right? Yeah. So by the 12th week, you're already earning over. It's really huge, friends. If you follow this plan, you're earning over $50,000. If you follow this plan, all right? But like I said, all right? Like I said, even if you hit the moon and miss, you might land among the stars. This is for the fastest people, just to make calls. How many calls are you making a day? 30 people. You schedule that. Now, this is the faster plan, where in 8 months, you are making the same, almost the same amount of money. Do a little bit less. So instead of 3 months, you want to take it less, okay, or easy a little bit, then make it in 8 months. A side hustle. The same thing you are doing, making calls, that's all. The 180 people that you called in 1 week, you spread them into 1 month. So that means you're making lesser call every day. All right. At the end of the month, you are done with your 3. The 3 that has come in will begin in their first 1 month to also make the same calls. You train them. That's what we do. We have all the trainings in place. All right. Before you know it, by the 12th, by the 8th month, you are making over $20,000. All right. But that is consistency. Now, we have the fast plan. This is the plan where you make over $6,000 monthly. All right? That is when you clock 1 year. It doesn't mean that before then you will be making money. In all these plans we have mentioned, you'll be making some money. You see how it is. If you check all the places I've shown you, you have some money by the first month, second, I mean, from the 3rd month, actually. All right? So by the 3rd month, even in this one, you are making massive. In fact, the money you will see will amaze you. You'll become so shocked that you feel whether this money is for you or for someone else. Right? So that's what we do here. Then this is the semi-lazy man's plan. Right? This is the semi-lazy man's plan. Now, the semi-lazy man's plan says, come in, do it in a very slow way like tortoise. Every single month, just get 1 person. The next month, get 1 by making 10 calls each day. And then in 3 months, you are done. Everybody come in, do the same thing. In 3 months, you are done. Come in, 3 months, you are done. Right? I believe that I'm having some kind of network issues, right? Okay. All right. So here we have the lazy man's plan. This is where you can come in. Okay. When you come in here, you just register yourself with $140 and renew it with $100 every year. In 5 years, you will be better than somebody who bought $2,000 worth of land 5 years ago. If you don't want to register anybody in this one, just come on board, sign up with $140, renew it every year with $100, and then in 5 years to come, you'll be better than somebody who used $2,000 to buy a land 5 years ago. How much would you have spent for this duration for 5 years? $540. So instead of buying a land of $2,000, with $540, you will just prepare yourself 5 years from now, so that you can be happy, you have rest of mind. Don't worry about where money is going to come from much. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, do not think it too much. You can start with either $50 if you're a networker. That is, if you are willing to refer people, you can start with $50 and still make it very big. But if you are not a network marketer, please start with $140. That's my advice for you. Thank you so much for being here. And hopefully you might have 1 or 2 questions you want to ask. I am done with the presentation, and I'm stopping it so that in case you have questions, please go ahead and ask your question, okay? You want to raise your hand? If you can, that's okay. I will call on you to raise your hand. If you also want to type it on the chat box, go ahead, type it on the chat box. Yeah, Prince Solomon, I think I'm seeing you. I'm going to ask you to unmute so that you can ask or say what you want to say. Please go ahead, unmute yourself and talk to us.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the presentation. I have a question to ask. Are you hearing me, sir?
Very well. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I have two questions. I'll take them one after the other. The first one is if let's say someone that joined with 50,000, that is, he has done his first month subscription, and the person probably